Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. So this show takes place in an alternate timeline where Britain are basically the god of all nations.
Wait a minute, what do you mean alternate timeline?
Well, the British or Holy Britannian Empire have been on a rampage for a while now, taking over any country that they want. This leads us to Japan, which gets renamed Area 11 because fuck your culture, we're British, we're racist and we won't apologise. So as episode 1 goes, we learn the basics of the world. The Japanese don't like the Britannians, our main character Lelouch doesn't like the English either despite being a Britannian himself, the Britannian royals are dickheads anyway, it sets the stage fairly nicely. We then cut to a small Japanese rebel force stealing a lorry that contains some kind of military weapon. After seeing the truck crash and trying to help the driver, Lelouch accidentally falls in the back of the truck as it drives off before crashing a second time. I know these guys are only a small liberation force, but you couldn't find anyone who could drive a stick shift? Once the Britannians catch up with the lorry to find Lelouch with the secret weapon, they try to kill him until suddenly the weapon opens to reveal a green-haired girl. Ah yes, a woman. Truly the deadliest weapon in the British Armed Forces. This then leads to the Britannian forces moving to take the girl back, attempting to kill Lelouch in the process. However, during this, the girl senses Lelouch has a reason to keep on living, so gives him a power to stay alive. The power of Geass. This allows him to control anyone he wants to do as he wishes, so forces the Britannian soldiers to kill themselves. Lelouch, now realizing he has absolute power over anyone, decides to find and have sex with every girl he sees, in increasingly elaborate and impractical fashions. Okay, that's nothing like the plot of the show, but if you heard of a character that had total control over anyone they wanted, tell me that isn't a bad porn film waiting to happen. From here, things get pretty interesting. The third Prince of Britannia commissions the destruction of a ghetto and to kill all the civilians, and it's all done with giant mech suits. Lelouch participates in the rebellion and shit goes down. It's got tense tactics, decent action, a pretty girl is given a lot of focus. Basically, whatever kind of anime fan you are, there'll be something here to give you a boner. We then cut to a... Oh god, what is this? Oh god, is this a high school? No! No, I don't want to go to a high school! I thought this show was going to be interesting! I thought this show was going to be good! Why are they dressing up like cats? Why are they dressing up like fucking cats? So, it seems, this is one of those shows where the main character leads a double life. One as a supernatural terrorist, and the other as a high school student. Why is it always a high school? Not only are the school segments really hard to watch sometimes, but the fact that they try so hard is just sad. They admittedly do a good job of overlapping the school life and the military stuff, but they could have done this with anything. Lelouch could be a guy working in an office building and it would work just as well, if not better, seeing how in an office building it's less likely to create the situation in which characters have to manage the creation of a 12-meter pizza. I thought this was supposed to be about terrorism! I can't imagine anyone sitting around the proverbial water cooler while the show was airing and saying to each other, "Yo, what was your favourite part? Was it when they had that giant battle on the side of Mount Fuji? Or maybe when Lelouch kills his friend's father in battle and has a deep mental struggle?"
Nah, I like the one where they chase a cat around school campus for 12 minutes. I like it because my carer says I'm not allowed to have animals of my own.
But even though I've been praising the stuff outside of school, don't think I'm letting Code Geass off the hook. This show has a tendency to get pretty pretentious with its dialogue. Like, really pretentious. These characters speak in a way I have never heard another person speak before. There's one scene that really got me where this green-haired girl from the beginning asks Lelouch why he thinks snow is white, and the answer she gives is, snow is white because it's forgotten what colour it's supposed to be. And may I just say, that is neither scientifically nor batshit crazily accurate. What do you mean snow has forgotten what colour it's supposed to be? And I assume pissing on the snow reminds it of its natural pigment? If you're going to personify snow of all things, why would you give it the personality of someone who has an existential crisis about their skin tone? You can tell this show wants you to take it seriously, and if the writing wasn't a giveaway, you can tell by the fact that it has full, unadulterated woman nipples.
Contains strong violence, threat, and moderate nudity.
Ooh, say it again, you dirty bitch.
But then when it isn't trying to be pretentious, it still doesn't work. Contrast that snow scene with this one a few episodes earlier where this character thinks she can talk to a cat. Stop it with the fucking cat! nuts. Although on the subject of weird girls, I probably need to address that green-haired one. Her name is C2. From what I gather, she's some kind of superpowered girl that the Britannians captured and want back, but through some cunning, hides with Lelouch in the school. And I say cunning as a loose phrase because when you got people looking for you, you might want to disguise yourself. The problem is, she doesn't really do that. She has a plethora of outfits, I know, women, am I right? But they don't really, you know, disguise her. Most of these you can clearly tell who she is, pretty sure she's the only character with green hair, but some of these choices are just dumb. How will a Bavarian prostitute getup stop you from being noticed?
Oh, it's simple. Wearing this costume distracts all attention away from my face and draws them to my cleavage.
And the hat?
Oh, I just thought I'd look cute.
It's not even like these costumes work. She runs into a guy she knew 7 years ago, and even through her clever disguise, he still discerns her identity immediately. And while I'm at it, what's up with Disco's costume? That does not look like proper protective equipment for a war zone, and considering you cut a hole to show off your belly button, I doubt that thing is flame retardant either. Now, normally when I'm at this point in the review, I'll keep going on about plot holes and inconsistencies, but honestly, I'm not sure I'm in a position to tell you of any. Not because I don't think there aren't any, it's just that this show is very complicated. There's a fair number of characters to keep tabs on, each one with some connection to the story. Many are directly involved, some partly, but everyone generally has some tie to at least 2 or 3 other characters. On paper, I like this because it makes the world feel very alive, and credit to them, they do all integrate together. The downside? Well, when referencing the approximate size of this cast of characters, it can only really be described with the phrase, an incredibly messy bukkake. There are so many people that any person's character arc will rarely be completed in a string of concurrent episodes. More likely, something will happen in one episode, it will be referenced once or twice a few episodes later, and then in about 10 episodes or so, you'll get the conclusion. This isn't the kind of show you can put on in the background, it demands your full attention. Oh, we just resolved something about a girl with amnesia? Well, now let's introduce this kid. His name is Pencil Stevens or something. Enjoy that plot thread? Now, who wants to hear about the Fort Elevator? Oh wait, we'll have to come back to that. The Chinese Federation are attacking Japan. That is one episode of this show in a nutshell. Good luck with 50 of them. Okay, so Code Geass isn't that great, but I will give them my dues where they are deserved. God damn, are the finales awesome. Remember this girl? The girl who thought she could talk to a cat? Not that I want to spoil anything, but in the final part of season 1, she picks up a machine gun and kills the Japanese. Out of context, it sounds horrible, but believe me, it's good. I think I would recommend people this show, but I couldn't exactly tell you why. You really have to muscle through some of the early episodes. Had I not been doing a video, I wouldn't have finished this series, but I'm kind of glad that I did. This is anime in its rawest form. Very, very well-produced garbage. Take it or leave it, you won't mind either way. Now, if you excuse me, I've got a porn story to write. I'll call it Code Geass, Caboose of the Rebellion.